Hey, Tony from Random Ventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Well, where we're at, we're back at Hart's. So about 2 weeks ago, I did a video of Hart's Meat Market, which is right over here. And Daniel told me that they were having a Taste the Case, which they do about once a month. And it was coming up. So I am back at Hart's because I want to taste the case. So Alfie, the chef, he is outside and they're smoking the meat and they're handing out samples. So it goes from 1 to 3 o'clock today. But if you missed it, check them out on Facebook because they do it on a regular basis. I got to get over there and start that tasting. The line's starting to head out. Yeah, it is. So the idea with Taste the Case is what Daniel explained, is that they will hold this event so you can actually taste the case, the meat case that's inside. And they started smoking the meat about 10:30 last night so that it'll be ready for today. And I did say 1 to 3, but it's actually 12 to 3. So yeah, we're gonna head on over there. Maybe we'll go inside first. I'll show you the case. Look at that. They put a sticker on the door from the video. So you can see they are lining up, and I had their ribeyes. I actually had their hamburgers the other night on a camp. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So if you want to see the whole case and a whole walk around of the shop inside, you can see that on the video. Yeah, I'll put the thumbnail right there. There you go. Oh, this is a great place. So we are going to go ahead and walk outside and see if we can taste the case. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah, we got
all
more
right.
sausage.
Skipper is pulling some stuff out of his smoker here. It's looking good.
He's gonna get some more right now. Chicken.
Okay. We got chicken and a chuck roast, and right over here you got burnt ends.
Chuck roast, burnt ends.
Okay.
Hatch green chili sausage.
Hey, green chili sausage.
Hatch green made with real Hatch green chilies, bell peppers, onions, garlic. Cheshire pork out of North Carolina, natural hog casing. You can't beat that with a stick.
You can't beat it with a stick, right? So Cliff just handed me the chuck roast burnt ends, so I'm going to give that a try here real quick. Looking good. Chuck roast burnt ends. Here we go.
What's your name, Mr. Skipper?
Oh, that is amazing. Amazing. Wow, that is really, really good. So Skipper, he actually started the smoker last night.
Yes, he did. This went on last night. This is smoked, I'm going to guess. I don't know exactly. But I'm going to guess this is probably smoked probably about 10 to 12 hours. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Going right through this thing.
That's amazing. Oh, look at that.
Look at the juice inside this thing. This is done perfectly. Mr. Skipper knows what he's doing. So we're going to take a couple pieces here off of the flat side of the brisket. Look at this. Beautiful. And this thing is still hot. We're going to wrap this up. Put this off to the side. Now when we cut this thing, we got to cut this against the grain.
So this is Alfie, who is the resident chef, would you say?
Correct. You want to try it? Luke, want to try a piece of that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah. You got to try a piece of that.
The side off of here.
There you go.
About 250, 3 hours, get up to good temperature.
Oh, the bark on that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the lean in too. When you get
Yeah, this is off the flat.
Oh, that is tremendous.
Yeah, the bark came out. This came out really, really well.
in the pan.
Oh, that is really good. So we're gonna talk to Alfie once he's done cutting up that brisket, because he's got to get some more samples out. And then the Skipper, he's the one that smoked everything. So that's just We're going to talk to him too. Oh, this is great.
What's that?
So we're with Alfie, and he's got a second, but he's been putting stuff out. What was that sausage you just had?
It's called a Georgia blueberry. What it is, it's a jam that's made with pecans and blueberries.
Okay.
And then we put fresh blueberries in it. We put pork butts.
Okay.
We take pork butts. We grind up pork butts from Cheshire hogs out of North Carolina. Put it into a natural hog casing. So all our sausages here are made the same way. Natural hog casings and pork out of North Carolina.
Yeah, and Daniel was telling us that you come up with a lot of these recipes.
Yeah, I've been a chef for 40 years. I retired a few years ago. I got bored and came by here and I try to use the talents that I have to make up different things here.
Yeah, and you do some classes too.
Yeah, I do classes. I do a lot of classes with children.
Okay.
I find that children are very, very absorbent. They're like a sponge. They want to learn. I have one 13-year-old young girl that I work with, and when I do them at my home.
Okay.
Mom or dad has to be there with them. I don't do this on my own. They have to be sitting on the other side of the island. She makes her own homemade pasta.
Really?
She makes her own pizza dough.
Oh my
goodness. She makes her own omelets.
Yeah.
She makes her own spaghetti sauce. I mean, and I've been working with her for about a year.
That is great.
It's not what I want to do.
Right.
I ask her, what do you want to learn to do?
Yeah.
And she tells me what she wants to learn to do. And we show her how to do it. And it might take a couple, 3 times, but everything. But the kids work really good. They want to learn.
Yeah.
I also do adults.
Okay.
The adult classes are just as good. No, some people want to learn how to just make different things.
Yeah.
They go to a restaurant, and if you know how to cook, you can make it at home for a whole lot less money than you can in a restaurant. Because I own restaurants for 40 years. I know how that works.
Absolutely, that's true.
And with the products we have here, the quality of the meat and the sausage and the bacon and everything else we have, you can buy all the stuff here, go home, and make yourself a very good gourmet meal at your house for about 30 to 40% of what it's going to cost you in the restaurant.
Right. Yeah, everything that I had from here, definitely quality meats, and me being 100% carnivore, this was a great find for me. You know, being just down in the area for a short time.
The meat industry, like I said, I've been doing this for 40 years. The meat industry, I started back in the 1980s.
Okay.
The meat industry has changed dramatically.
Yeah.
It really, really has, and it hasn't changed in the favor of the consumer. It's changed in the favor of the big corporations that are running all these things.
Right.
So you got to be really careful on what you're buying and just ask questions.
Yes.
And that's the reason why when I came to work here, BJ Hart, the owner, what would he do? You come in, if you buy something you don't know what to do, ask.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to cook it.
Right.
And I've even people called me on the phone and say, hey, I did this, it's not working. And I can talk you through, usually over the phone, of what they need to do. So that's just a little added extra for Hart's Meat Market. Besides just buying a piece of meat or a sausage or a piece of chicken or whatever you're buying, we can also give you ideas of what to do with it.
Yeah, just ask.
All you got to do is ask. Don't be shy. If you're shy, you're not going to get no answers at all.
If you're shy, you're going to go hungry.
You're going to go hungry, that's right.
All right. Well, it's been great meeting you, finally. No. I just looked down, saw you had your gloves on. All right.
Thank you,
Good deal.
My
Certainly.
pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks. All right, so I finally got a chance to talk to Skipper. So, Skipper, how you doing?
Doing all right. How you guys doing today?
All right. So I would call you a pit master.
Well, I know a lot of people that are much better than I am.
Oh, no. What I tasted, I'd have to differ. So Skipper did all of the smoking. When did you start the smoking for this event?
We were out here last night about 9:30, just getting the smoker ready, just getting it turned on, getting everything prepped, some of the meat prepped and everything. Okay. And then we got the brisket on. We got the beef ribs on last night, what we call the dino ribs. We got all those on probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. Let them go all night. And also the chuck roast. We did the chuck roast. That went on last night, and that's just going to take some time.
Right.
So,
yeah. Now, you smoked everything in this unit right here. What is that, Traeger?
It's a Traeger old school. Traeger doesn't even make this anymore. It was a commercial grade smoker from probably 15 years ago that they kind of started out with and then really went more towards that retail market.
Yeah.
And you know, I called in for some parts the other day and didn't even realize they didn't make this anymore. And just interesting, the guy says, "Oh, you got one of the old ones. We don't even make them anymore."
Right.
So he said, "Yeah, I've heard about that, but that, you know, this is a newer employee, I guess."
Yeah.
That so anyway, we've probably had it for about 15 years. It's a great smoker.
Yeah. So when I was here 2 weeks ago, they mentioned about this event and that you would be here. Now, you are not an employee here. You just pretty much do all the smoking and stuff.
I actually teach school.
Okay.
And but I come out here about once a month, and I've known BJ for a long time. Knew him when I taught at Hernando High School where he graduated.
Okay.
And so I've just kind of followed him for, you know, just through his progress through the sheriff's office, and then when he came here, I came over and said congratulations, and we just started talking about doing some different things, and here we are. We try to do it about once a month or so.
Yeah.
We just got behind a little bit with the weather.
The hurricanes.
The hurricanes. Christmas holidays, everything. We haven't had an event for a few months, so we're kind of back at it, trying to do once a month if we can.
Great. Yeah. How do you think the stuff turned out?
I think it went good.
Yeah.
Typically we'll have also, I do want to mention, we also have a big green egg, sometime a flat top that we'll use, different things like that, but with the weather and just kind of a crazy week with the weather and everything, we just decided let's just stick with one smoker, keep it simple. And I think everything turned out great. The brisket was really, really good. I haven't had the chuck roast, had some burnt ends, had a few other things. I think everything tastes pretty good. We've got a new guy, the 589 seasoning, Florida 589 seasoning here today. So I think we used some of his seasoning and some of the Meat Church seasoning. So it was really good. I thought it turned out good.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you very much. This has been a real great taste.
Good. Glad everybody enjoyed it.
All right, Skipper, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for coming.
Okay, it's starting to wind down right now. And Skip mentioned about some seasonings, and he said about 589 barbecue being here. So I walked over to check this out, and let's talk to him real quick.
Hi, I'm Jamie Monroe with 589 Barbecue. These are my seasonings right here out of Brooksville. We're at Hart's Meat Market today. They did a bunch of samples, and they use these two today. Sweet Heat and Hurricane Dust. Really good on chicken, pork, beef. You can even put them on beef. Cream cheese was a hit. Then we also got these two. The cattle powder is really good on burgers, steaks, ribs. Some guys like them on ribs. And then this is it's a little different. It's like a charcoal-based rub, but it's really good on steak. It gives that black color. But
sounds really good. Now, do you have these inside the store too, or?
Yeah, they'll be in the store by today. So if they didn't see them today, they were out here, but they'll be in there today.
That's perfect.
Next time they come back.
I really appreciate you telling us about that.
Yeah, no problem.
And it looks like some good stuff. How long have you been doing this?
Started messing around with these about 6 years ago, and then I think 2 years ago they got into production, through a company.
Good deal.
Co-packer.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Meeting you.
You too.
Oh, y'all didn't make it? Oh. It was, and we had a pretty big crowd, and it, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all right. So when I did the video 2 weeks ago, I didn't get a chance to see BJ. Came back in a little bit later, but BJ is the owner of Hart's, and I was blown away when I walked in the door talking to Daniel, going over the whole case. So there was their Taste the Case this morning. How long have y'all been doing that Taste the Case?
It's been about a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And there was a huge turnout today.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. We had that, that thing was out the door.
Yeah.
It was. We thought we had the case all taken care of.
Right.
I think we worked here till about 1:30 this morning just to make sure we.
Oh wow.
We thought we had everything.
Right.
But, it's a good thing. You
Yes.
know. So we just have to prep a little bit more. But
Right.
you know, small business, small space.
Yes.
You know, quality. You might have to wait a little bit, but it's worth it, you know, for
Yeah,
us.
and I can attest to that it's definitely worth it, because I've eaten the meat several times on several videos since I came down to this area, and I have not, it has not disappointed at all.
Appreciate that.
So what are the plans? Once a month, maybe? Continue to do it?
It is once
Okay.
a month. Usually our pit master, Pat Skipper,
Yep.
you know, of course, he has another job
Yes.
as a teacher.
Yes.
But also on the side, you know, he does a lot of cooking for us. And then, of course, Alfie, our chef, they get together.
Amazing.
They will, you know, they'll put like a menu together.
Okay.
And we say taste the case, but we also do a lot of stuff that maybe, you know, that's not in the case. That
Right.
you can taste, and then maybe that next week we'll have it available
Yeah.
for you as well. I think, you know, as we go on, I think we're kind of at the level of more of the craft butcher shop than
Okay.
just a, you know, butcher shop, I guess.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You come in or call, and we'll try to make it happen, or try to,
Right.
you know, cut that piece of meat, you know, then and there, or, you know, if you want a 2-inch or 3-inch porterhouse, we can do it. Typically, it's an 1.5 inch, 3/4.
Right.
But for us, we kind of feel like we want to kind of give a little bit more, or actually a lot more service.
Yeah.
Because we're small, you know, small butcher shop. Also, you know, for us, we like to kind of give a lot to the community, and you know, I don't like to say no.
Right.
Sometimes I might have to, but you know, with the support of our community, you know, we do a lot inside the community, and it gives me a little bit more time to give back.
Yeah.
Through sports, through associations, Cattle Women's Association, churches, and stuff like that. So, you know, for us, it's all about relationships that we build through the
Absolutely,
community,
yeah.
and the people we meet, and the people you know, that drive an hour and a half, 2-3 hours to come see us.
Right.
Makes us feel a lot special. You know,
Absolutely.
if that's even a word.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. But your background, you were
I was in law enforcement.
Yeah.
I here.
Well, thank you for your
local.
service,
Thank
too,
you. I
yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you. Moreover, I did that for almost 24 years. You know, 22 years I flew in the aviation unit.
Okay.
Which was fun. I missed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But my grandpa, you know, how it all started with, he started butchering in 1940 in Ocala when he was, you know, 20s.
Okay.
And then he came here to Brooksville and started his butcher shop in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
And then went through North Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and he retired in Alabama, Dothan, Alabama.
Okay.
There. So I kind of, you know, my dad was doing it. My dad did it. My dad also worked for the sheriff's office too for, I think, 30 years. So I kind of followed his footsteps, and you know, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, but I have great employees. I have great people that are surrounded. You know, that know what they're doing.
I can attest to that too.
Yeah,
It's so friendly when you come in,
Right.
and everybody's very, very helpful and very attentive to what you're looking for.
Right.
That you can ask for those special things.
Yeah, and again, I couldn't do it without our hardworking employees.
Yeah.
I tell you, they again, you're not just a number, you
Right,
know,
right.
You're somebody. I try to remember people's names. It's so hard. I know their faces,
Right.
But you know, names are hard. But,
Oh, yeah, I shake someone's hand like go and I forget the name. Right. But you do have a Facebook page, so and that's just
Hearts Meat Market.
Hearts Meat Market. Also a website.
Y'all take care. Thank y'all for coming in. We appreciate it.
See ya. And so people can definitely find you on that. And yeah, if they want to see a whole tour of the meat market, go check out the video that I did a couple weeks ago. I think you're going to like what you see. Daniel gives us a good view of everything.
Yes, he does. And we appreciate you coming out and supporting us too, and letting the community know about us. I mean, it's great. Again, like, somebody came today from Avon Park.
Really?
And it's crazy. It's great. You know, they
Yeah.
actually spoke about your video, and
Yeah. I saw you got my sticker on the door.
Yeah, got the sticker on the door.
I didn't vandalize that.
You'll have to look that up. You know, again, I think it's a community. People want to know what they're eating,
Right.
And you know, moreover, I guess it's education,
Yeah.
educating. You know, where we get it. That's a lot of things, you know, for us to
Right.
and, you know, sometimes some of my employees, we'll educate them, and sometimes you know, maybe they'll say one thing and it's not that, and it's just remembering all the stuff we have in here as well. Just our bacon, it's smoked bacon, cured, and then we have uncured here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want the cured, some people want the uncured.
Right.
And just like the beef bacon, they want just beef bacon. We do have that.
Okay.
And that's frozen, of course. But you know, again, we appreciate the support, appreciate the love.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's I think it's great that you do this. You know, so.
Yeah, if you check out my channel, I'm mainly all just camping. But when I got down here 2 weeks ago, I looked for a butcher because I am 100% carnivore, and I walked in the door and I was like, oh, I got to film this. So I appreciate you guys watching that video and also coming to Taste the Case.
Yes.
And
thank you.
check out this meat market. Yeah, Hart's Meat Market. You got to just go onto their Facebook page. You'll see weekly specials, and you'll also find out when the next one's going to be what the new menu is going to be for that week.
Yeah, we stay tuned. You know, follow us on Facebook as well as Tony. You know, it's I don't know. We like to come up with some different crazy stuff as far as it comes with, you know, sausage or.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we try to make 2 to 3 sausages a month, or.
And that's 150 different flavors.
It's getting there. Yeah, it is. It's definitely. You're like, you know what? Does that sound good? You know, I don't know. Let's try it.
Well, that's the French toast one, right?
Yeah, the French toast. Yeah. It's really good. The pancake one that we do too as well. We came up with a strawberry mozzarella, which
what?
I mean, it is a good one. It's almost like a breakfast sausage.
Oh wow!
Really, it is really good.
That's
you
good.
can eat it with breakfast sausage, you know, or your breakfast. So you know, we find some things like that. We're like, man, that tastes really good.
Right.
That kind of that collaboration is, you know, it just goes good, you know, on your palate.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, BJ, it's been really great.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
and established.
That's
8 Angus.
Yeah, that's the beef, you know, that we carry, of course.
Yeah.
It's upper 2/3, which would be right under prime. It is all wet aged, and you can't get it at the nearest grocery store. I tell you that.
No.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tony 2.0 out. Thanks a lot, BJ.
Thank you.
No, appreciate it. All right.
you.
We'll see you. Don't forget to come down and taste the case next month.